the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway.
Let's go!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a work forward for about 4 as they get him down at the 29-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Play action, now it's Lance. Steps away. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That's quarterbacks like to do. He pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. The slot man in motion right. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Lance. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And Lance now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Slot man moves right. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Jackson. That would complete to Prochet. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 52 yards. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned him, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch out, man. 50, 38.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they'll throw with Lance. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Dancing to his left. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Black open. Yellow, blue. Go red.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That's probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Report!
Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw again on second down, Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Danny Gray, 53 yards. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hey, you.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Prochet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, report! Report!
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Like Sony thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Ray McLeod. McLeod to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance, he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Ready.
Lance now on 1st down. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A good down to possibly take a shot. And in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44, Jackson flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Jackson fighting his tight end, Andrews, for the Ravens, first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. They find some open field here. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Right back to Dobbins on first. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Change it. Go ahead. No, we changed it. Yeah. Hey, middle.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Hands up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run with Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Slot man moves right. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he...
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Off of play action, here's Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that. catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback.
And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Lance as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option. But let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the oxygen, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard they was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my class, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
About her, petty, don't matter. Far as that tell-a-tatter, I pray to God they rat-a-tatter. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been in prison. No more remorse, no cases in. I got the road flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player, they call a player male. Say, what you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, Visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jackson, first play, going to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's second down.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's a give to Dobbins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he goes out right around the 39.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 39, Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Smith. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Smith. Being chased out left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, and probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid jump there, 15 yards. To throw is Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
throw on first down with Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They snap it to Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Ricard, the fullback, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
From the 50, it's Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. From the gun, here's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Ready?
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Ravens 3. Jason Myers can kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Ravens take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Ravens 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Jason Myers can kick off for Seattle.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in 1 drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
That's good. Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
13.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, looking for Andrews downfield. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 54 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2nd and 11. Smith throwing again. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, 22 is the line to gain here on third down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He completes this to Walker. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. On fourth down, Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, Smith. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Let's go now. 50 back there. 50 back there. Hey.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Hey, shot. We change it.
Jackson on first down. Looking deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Geno on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the night as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. That one complete to Prochet. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Dobbins looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. Then the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. From the end zone, Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he totally forgot that he needed.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They snap it to Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 75 yards. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off Field Goal number 1.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And Walker has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Geno. Out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Warriors, 70. 79 Broncos. Check, smash, check, 65 cats, 65 cats.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the ultimate result was an incomplete pass. They sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 19 right. Left thing 19. Big. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 even.
Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to 60. 70 Ranger. Hurt. 18 Ranger. 18 Ranger.
Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Play action. It's Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. On the move to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass in just under 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on the gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Hey, report.
To throw once more, Jackson to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. After 1, 17-7 is our score. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the tuck and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Seahawks 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Now Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 34 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
13.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
DC ready.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
change it. Hey, no.
Now Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second down at 4. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
19 right.
To throw is Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but That one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will shrink to 6. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
From the 17, Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
70 Ranger. 18 Ranger. 18 Ranger.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
You're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. The Ravens send their punt around now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now Geno on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's got the speedster Goodwin.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Walker diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
They're going to try and run.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
They go play action now. Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but second and 13 here. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters.
See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll run here with Dobbins.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 22.
They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play call before that's worked well that I can go to right now.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Boy, they get him wet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Real quick.
Throwing, Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Jackson.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, 208 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Jackson to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Now Jackson.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again, 3rd and goal.
Jackson.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
Here's Jackson.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding